Okay, guys, I'm back. Oh, I gotta wait for this thing. Clear the air. Clear the energy. Hello, Jack. Oh, that's my dad's. There isn't any fish in there. He had hip surgery and he don't get around like he used to. So that's my stepdad's. They had fish in it before, but I guess nobody was here when he had his surgery. And I guess they passed away. He's up getting around again now, but he has a hard time. I just came in to visit. But how are you, Jack? I can do one card if you want. We can do a free one card if you want. I didn't know what God Divine Source wanted me to do. Just the last one was just talking. So we could do that if you'd like. One question, one card. And we can look on the bottom. See what the underlying energy is if you want. Okay. Clear old energy, bring in new energy. How do people at Jack's new job see him? One card out, one card under. How do people at Jack's new job see him? One card out, one card under. Thank you. Two of Wands. I'm not sure. You have the Devil here. So, but there's two meanings to the Devil. You know what I'm saying? There's two meanings to the Devil. The Devil could also be, instead of being toxic and, you know, addictions, lust, and all of that, the Devil could also be a hard worker, determined, going after what you want, working like a Capricorn, because Devil also represents Capricorn. And Capricorns are very hard workers. They see you as you were stuck and stagnant, but you're getting ready to go on a new journey. There's growth on this wand. You're coming from something that one time meant something to you. and it taught you a lot because there's growth on this one too. So, but you no longer desire that. They see you as realizing that, you know, you have the whole world in your hands. You haven't, are you there? Okay. Are we back? My headphone died. Okay. As I was saying, they see you. Can you hear me? Hi, Jessica. Can you hear me? That one just died in my ear. I don't know why it died, but it did. Okay. All right. So they see you realizing that you haven't seen everything. You haven't explored the whole world. There's more out there for you to see and do. You have the whole world in your hands. They see you going on a new journey, getting your fire and your passion back. So you're a very determined, hard worker. That's what I'm getting off of this. Maybe a little guarded, you know, but they see you going out and taking a risk and doing something new. Good morning, Jessica. Welcome in. Would you like a question, Jessica? Jack, did that help you? And hard worker, there are going to be people around you that are going to be envious. So just keep that in mind. And jealous. But that has nothing to do with you. You know what I mean? They're projecting. But most of them see you as a hard worker and going on a new journey. It's 4:40. It's 5:40 here. My channel, basically, it's about traumas and healing traumas and learning what it is that you need to know. You know, ways to pick yourself up off the ground and stand back up and know your worth. But also, you know, answer questions. I can answer questions too. And different things, you know what I mean? Laying knowledge and wisdom down at your feet, you know. But it's your free will whether or not you want to choose to pick it up and use it or not. About transforming your life. You know, you have the power to transform your own life. Nobody has your power unless you give it to them. You can call your power back from anything. I'm sorry, guys, and somebody thinks that the first live that I did that YouTube sent a warning out because I was smoking on camera. So if you see me go off to the side, it's because I'm smoking my cigarette. I don't have any fish. There's no fish in there. That just hasn't, you know, cleaned the water out and cleaned it up. Yeah. Well, it's nice to have you here, Alex. Loca Brenna, hi. Welcome in. Yeah, there hasn't been fish in there in a while. I guess they started to take the water out, but, you know, didn't finish. My stepdad had hip surgery, so he has a hard time getting around now. I'm good, Jessica. How are you? Where are you coming from? Where are you coming at me from? I'm in West Virginia. It is raining. Illinois. That's cool. I've always said I wanted to reach the world, so now I am. I love talking and getting to know people. Do you guys want a one card, one question, and what's on the bottom of the deck? If you do, let me know. What's your question, Jessica? Yes. It's nice to have someone to talk to. You know what I mean? And someone that'll actually, listen. Jessica, we could do that too. That sounds interesting. If you want to challenge your intuition. What do you guys want? Thank you, Jessica. I appreciate that. It's nice to have you aboard. Do what? Just talk, Alex? I've done tarot in bars. That's actually where I started. Other than family and friends. I have a lot of people that still get in touch with me for tarot readings. I miss the people. I miss the people that I used to hang with. But the bars that I worked in closed down after I left. One was like a country kitchen / bar. I did karaoke and everything there. I loved it. I loved the people. But they still get a hold of me and get readings. Yes, it is. It really is. I've met a lot of interesting people in the bar, and I drink once in a while. I started drinking 1 or 2 drinks every day at the first bar until I had my heart attack, and then I stopped. I had my second heart attack. I kind of stopped. Once in a blue moon, I'll drink. But I'm not much of a drinker. I usually just go in and get a soda and just hang around. I haven't been to the bar since, what, Well, I went a couple of times before I left in February of this year. Went a couple of times, talked to a couple of friends, but I actually quit working there on New Year's Eve. I gave my resignation because things were becoming stale and stagnant. Of course, the owner didn't have heat in there, so we were all sitting around in the bar in the middle of the winter time with coats and hats on and gloves. Yeah, it's hard to find people that'll sit and go that deep. You know what I mean? A lot of people are afraid, and I used to be one of them. So I'm not throwing no shade at nobody. I never like to drink to the point that my room's spun. I like to drink till I got a buzz. I always knew what was going on with me. I'm not gonna say there isn't a couple of times at home I didn't get smashed, like on Ooby Dooby, but I regretted it afterward. But it kind of snuck up on you. I think the last time I was actually smashed at a bar, I was like 20, 21. Yeah, 21. And I took some big boned woman down on top of me. I was so smashed. Like we were drinking screwdrivers and beer and mixing it. And I had to be carried out of that bar. And some friends had introduced me to some guy. And he ended up taking me home. And he still didn't get what he wanted. Even though I couldn't walk, I still knew what was going on. But yes, I've met a lot of interesting people. Sassicus, Lucas, come here. Don't get the puppy started. Sassicus. Lucas. Come. Come. Come on. Come. Come. Come on. Come. Come here. Good boy. Good boy. Come here. Some puppies are out running around. Yes. Yes, some puppies are jealous. Oh yes, I know. I've met quite a few people that got smashed in there, but they all got their stories too. Hey, baby. No, I love you too. So what do you guys want to do? Do you want to do a tarot spread or what do you want to do? Because we're supposed to be doing the tea. But I mean, this kind of is the tea. I just did another video and that's what we did. We talked the whole time. And maybe that's God Divine's intention, just to get to know each other. No. You hiding your eyes from the light. You hiding your eyes from the light. I know. Mommy got up early, didn't she? Yes. I know. Where are you going? Be careful. Stay away from the candle. I'm just checking stuff out. Yeah. Are y'all there? Let's just see what the T is, guys. Clear old energy, bring in new energy. Continue to keep us protected with the pure white divine light. Continue to command and cast out anything negative, depressive, ill, malicious, or evil, intense energies and entities. Not any animal, open windows and doors, please. Hava Moreno? Is that how you say that? Welcome in. I'm from West Virginia. Where are you from? Nice to see you. Relax. Kind of what we're doing this morning. We're kind of just relaxing. Morning for me, but it's kind of what we're doing. We're just sitting and relaxing and talking. T.S. I'm from West Virginia. Where are you from? Nice to meet you. Welcome in. Sassicus, come in here. I'm getting squirt started. Come on. Close to Maryland, close to Virginia. USA, in the US. I know, Squirt. I know. Pius, I've never even heard of that. Well, that's cool. Coming at me from a place I haven't even heard of. Welcome in. What's it like there? Here there's mountains and rolling hills and a lot of nature. I have to timestamp this because you are going to want to watch all this. Indian Ocean. Okay. Okay, that's cool. It's nice to meet you. Okay, I think I'm going to get this started at 25. That way I can kind of timestamp it for everybody because we've been talking again. Which I enjoy. I don't go out much. Well, it's nice meeting all of you. Okay. Let's see. What's the T? What do you want my collective to know? What's the T? What do you want my collective to know? What's the morning tea? Oh, there we go. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Okay. Give me 1 second. Sassacus Lucas, get off that counter. Get down. Mama, get the water bottle. I have to ask if this one card is supposed to be upside down because it fell to the floor. Call those from the pure white divine light only. Only those from the pure white divine light are allowed to answer me. Only those from the pure white divine light are welcome. Still, please. Is this card supposed to be reversed? No. I had a feeling. Okay. So what we got is, first card is death, the death card. So this isn't an actual death. And if someone's experienced that or knows someone that has, my condolences. My heart goes out to you. But the death card is actually like death and transformation. It's death of the old to bring in the new. You've gone through, a tower moment, dark night of the soul kind of, where you've been taken to your knees, to be rebuilt correctly, because God Divine wants you to have a different perception of life. He wants you to look at it and see it in a different way. And he doesn't do this to hurt us. It's not meant to hurt us. It's meant to help us. It's meant to take everything down that wasn't built correctly and rebuild us correctly. But the sun's rising, this is a transformation. It's dark and dreary, but the sun is coming up. The sun is rising. And even the kid in this isn't afraid. You see that kid? They're not even afraid. This one's begging for their life, but this one's not afraid because child is innocent, and it doesn't fear death. It doesn't fear change. And then you have the King of Wands. So this is to get you back into your fire and your passion and for you to, want to open up to life again and go after your desires and your creativity. This king is also very determined and knows what they want. They go after what it is that they want. And there's growth on this. So, they're growing something new, some creative creative spark is what I heard. So maybe your creative spark has been, you haven't had much of one, your fire and passion. You haven't had, much fire and passion, and your spark for life is coming back. Your spark for creativity is coming back. You also have the King of Cups. So the King of Cups has been through a lot. It's taken a lot to balance their emotions. And they used to get get really out of balance with their emotions, used to get triggered and upset and stuff. But the King of Cups, he's sitting on that throne and he's calm no matter what. His emotions are calm no matter what turbulence is going on around him. Like, he's pretty grounded. He's got a lot of love. He's kind and generous and open-hearted. And he's got his cup he wants to offer to someone. Or he wants to offer it to something. He wants to open up to something. And this cup is open, unlike the Queen's cup, and this deck is closed. But his is open. He's vulnerable. He's ready, for something new emotionally. Don't get up there, Lucas. No. Mommy, spare you. And what all this is for is because this is a transformation. So you earn your worth, you know your worth. Anything anybody says about you, or where they try to put you down, or they try to dim your light, that's not your truth. That's their truth. They're projecting it onto you. You're already complete and whole. You don't need something or someone to complete you. You don't need a friend. You don't need a job. You don't need, a career. You don't need any of that to complete you. And I'm not saying you don't need to work, because Uncle Sam needs paid, and, bills need paid. We got to survive. But that doesn't complete you. You need, like a job, a person, or when you don't need them, you would want them at this point. You want a job or a person or a friend or whatever to complement who you already are, to inspire you and raise you up, as well as you raise them up and inspire them. This is wish fulfillment. This is when you already have wish fulfillment, and you realize that you're worth, you realize who you are. You don't need anything outside yourself. You don't have no codependencies on emotions or finances or any of that. Like, you know who you are. You know your worth. And when you get to the 9 of Cups, the 10 of Cups automatically comes in. You know what I'm saying? Once you realize that you've always been worthy, you were born with the birthright to have everything you ever wanted. You just got to manifest it. You just got to believe it with everything in you. You got to have faith in yourself and trust in yourself. Once you realize that, your 10 of Cups comes in without you even realizing it. Certified Stepper, hello. How are you? Welcome in. What else do you want to tell my collective? What's the morning tea for my collective? So you're going through a huge transformation. At the end of this transformation, you're going to know who you are. You're going to know your worth. You're not going to put up with people treating you like crap or using you. Yeah, see? This is my card of holding back. This is Scrooge, in the Christmas movie. He's holding back his worth. He's holding back his finances. He doesn't want to share. But in this, I don't feel that. I feel like you're holding back your worth, because you're not going to take any less than you deserve. You're not going to give your power away to other people who are going to use and abuse it, or use and abuse you, or take you for granted in any sort of way. Your money, your finances, your time, your energy. You want equal give and take. But you're learning your worth here, so that's what you're holding back. And let's see what else. What is the morning tea for my collective? What is the morning tea? Yeah, because you felt backstabbed, left out, betrayed, left for dead, abandoned. But the 10 to an ending, coming to a completion. You start back over at the 1. So you're going to stand back up. You're going to take these swords, or these swords are going to fall out of your back. You're going to take one of these swords, and you're going to cut out what it is that no longer serves you. And you're going to get clarity. You're going to get clear on things. You're going to have epiphany moments. And you're going to start a new, truthful beginning for you. You're going to tell yourself the truth. You're not going to lie to yourself anymore about you not being good enough, and you not being able to do it, and you not being able to have what it is that you want to have in life, what you desire in life. You're going to hold that truth within yourself. and people, places, and things that don't serve you, and you know, try to dim your light and keep you down, and manipulate and use you, you're going to cut that out. Then you have Pentacles. So the Six of Pentacles, it's about fairness and equal and balance and liberty and justice. And this is where you've been. Like, this person is giving to this person, but they're not giving to this person. So it's not equal. It hasn't been equal. And this is a place that you're coming from. You know, you want equal give and take, equal balance, and you want to receive as well as give. You're not right. They're certified. What else do you want to tell my collective? What's the key? What else do you want to tell my collective? What's the key? Morning tea for my collective. Morning tea. Yeah, you felt left out in the cold, abandoned, used and abused. But you don't realize that, you know, you can walk inside this church and there's warmth, there's food. You would be, you know, pulled into loving arms. You have love all around you. You've never been abandoned. You've never been left out. You have love all around you. And, you know, your past on loved ones love you. There's family and friends around you that love you, even if you feel like maybe they don't, they do. You've always been surrounded by love, and you have love inside of you. You know, be your own mom, your own dad, nurture and love yourself. You're not left out. There is that's crazy, but there is shelter if you seek it. What else? What's the tea for my collective? Okay, yeah. You got the Five of Wands and the Six of Swords. So you're moving away from conflict. You've been in back, not being happy. You know, chaos, drama, fighting, arguing, gossiping, but you're moving away from those choppy waters. You're moving away from this kind of energy, and you're moving forward into calmer waters, into paradise, to Paradise Island. And you're only taking with you 6 swords out of 10. You had 10 in your back here, so you've already dropped 4. And you realize that these are just the lessons about yourself, about your worth, about who you are. And you're not taking the anger and, you know, the jealousy, the guilt, the shame, all of that with you. You're taking just the knowledge that you've received, and you're listening to your intuition, because there's a guide guiding you on this boat. You're just kind of relaxed and chilling and going with the flow. And this guide is carrying you over to another island, to a fresh beginning, to a new start. And what's on the bottom of the deck? Yeah, the Queen of Swords. I told you, you're going to take that one sword out of your back, and you're going to cut out what no longer serves you. This queen, she's been through hell and back, you know, but she's learned her worth. She knows her worth, and she's very intuitive. She's very tapped in. So If you run across her, you can't fool her. Like, she doesn't have her sword up, it's lowered, but she's beckoning you to come forward because she wants to hear what you got to say. Like, she already intuitively knows, and she already intuitively knows the answers. Her head is above the clouds. She's very tapped into source. So, but she's going to give you a chance to tell your side of the story. And if you're telling her lies, she's metaphorically going to take that sword and cut you out, chop your head off, send you back down the road where you came from. Because she knows her worth, and she, you know, she's been through a lot. And this is the kind Queen of Swords. This also can represent Aquarius, but this is the kind Queen of Swords, because that tongue can be not only a weapon, as in a weapon to slice, but also that sword can be the tongue. And Aquarius tongue can be really, really bad if they really lash out. Well, she's not in the reverse, so you know she's pretty calm here. But she will let you know a thing or two if you push her. No, I'm getting a fresh beginning on my own. Thank you. Yeah, see what's under that tower moment. I said death card, tower. This tower, which is your temple, your body, wasn't and your thoughts, your perception wasn't built correctly. It had cracks and holes in it. And it was just, you know, kind of cemented in and patched up along the way. And it couldn't stand the test of time. So divine came in to knock the tower down, to rebuild it, to regrow it, to build you correctly, because you've been built with lies of others, others' thoughts, others' opinions, others' belief systems on you, on your life. You know what I mean? So God Divine is trying to teach you your worth. And these people, this person is jumping on his own free will. And this person is being thrown out, being cast out. So it's just to take things down to the ground, to reduce it to rubble and rebuild it. But that's your reading, guys. And I hope that you have a good day. And I'm going to get off of here. Please like, subscribe, comment. Tell me how you're doing. You know, I love you guys. Be easy on yourselves. Take it easy. Love y'all. Later.